All right, so this video here is going to be covering pretty much the entire process from someone booking a call in your VSL funnel all the way from just the call being booked to them closing on a call. Because a lot of people neglect this process. A lot of people think when someone is already booked on the Calendly and scheduled for a closing call meeting, that the process is over. You don't need to do anything else. And sometimes this could be true if someone has like a super strong organic audience, but you generally just want to follow like the best practices, keep them in the loop, give them stuff to do, give them content to watch, stuff like that, so they actually show up. And this entire process that I'm going to cover here increases your show rates. But essentially, this is technically more important if you're strictly running paid traffic, because a lot of people don't have as much touch points with you if you're just running ads and people are just kind of coming across your videos there and literally those are their only touch points. They've only seen your ad and then they go in and book a call. Like the chances that they show up are a lot lower if you don't follow through with this entire process. So essentially, I kind of mapped it out here. Let's see. I mapped it out here, 7-step process, and then let's just get right into it. So pretty much you have initially them being booked. So they trigger and the Calendly call is booked, and then you tag them in your CRM as booked. And then from there, what you want to do is you want to redirect them to another page, essentially confirmation page, whatever you want to call it. And there you should have a video up on the page, and you should basically tell them to watch this video before the call. And then from there, like here I mentioned that you could have multiple videos. You could kind of condense this into one video and just have that specific video that you want them to watch to kind of cover pretty much everything you want them to go through, where essentially you're going to be kind of going over the common objections they have and answering all those before they go on a call. Showing kind of a live case study and stuff like that. You could also have like testimonials on the post booking page and stuff like that just for nurture, but it's besides the point. And then you're going to kind of clarify what is going to be on the call to kind of set expectations and make sure they know what they're kind of getting themselves into. So essentially, they book the Calendly, they get sent to another confirmation page. On that page, there's content and stuff for them to go to and kind of cover before the call and stuff like that. So they are not coming in completely cold. And then you could also have kind of a form. This is optional, not totally necessary. And in this form, you're not going to be collecting any information anymore. So you're not going to be asking for phone number, email, nothing like that. You're simply going to be asking them their goal of this call, what they are going there to get and learn and receive, and then pretty much your blocker. And that's pretty much it. Just ask them those 2 questions if you want to, not totally necessary. But that pretty much covers everything on the page. And then obviously when they're already booked on the Calendly will send them auto emails. I think you could even kind of like schedule stuff in there like on certain time frames. So like 24 hours before you could remind them, like a couple hours before you could remind them as well. But you have to make sure they are receiving this auto email just so when they're kind of going through their inbox and stuff like that and browsing through that, they could see that they are booked. And this is just a general reminder to them. Like what I prefer to do is literally just have like one reminder like 24 hours before, and the rest I will just send manually with all the information that I've collected throughout the entire process. So generally speaking, this is not a hard set rule, but 24 hours before, send them an email, 2 hours before, 30 minutes before, that's a process there. And then before they actually book a call, like 30 minutes before, you could shoot them out a personal text and then essentially just ask them if the time that they booked is still good, and then give them the option to reschedule if it isn't, basically. And this is gonna just increase the show up rate because you're sending a personal text. It works a lot better. You can do this through WhatsApp or iMessage, doesn't really matter. And then yeah, hopefully they show up on the call from there. And then the day of confirm, which is pretty much like related to what I was saying here, you give them the option to reschedule before the call just in case the time doesn't work, and then you would basically just shoot over your Calendly once again for them to reschedule and then cancel it on your actual Calendly software. And then if they no-show the actual closing call, you essentially want to just keep hitting them with emails basically showing like social proof, pretty much like student results and stuff like that. And you could even ask the person that you're working with, so the creator or the just like the face of whatever, to like post like some results on like Instagram stories or something like that. Just kind of a little like nurture touch point, show a bunch of results there, show stuff that's working for some of the students they have right now. And just any kind of social proof that you could put up on social media will help, and it will push a lot of people over the edge from there. So yeah, that's also important there. Just keep hitting them with emails. And essentially like here, you almost kind of want to like give them like a dilemma or make them like make a decision essentially. So yeah, just be hitting them with stuff here, and then they will either decide to pull through with it and actually show up to the call or not from there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. This is like the entire process. Like I said before, this is technically more important if you're like more reliant on paid ads and stuff like that, because you need more nurture and touch points, and they need more information before hopping on the call. And then that process needs to be a lot more dialed in. But if you're solely or largely reliant on organic, then you could just do a little bit of this and then it'll increase your show rate. So yeah, hopefully this helps some people out, and yeah.